Hi guys, it's Jill here from Lavender and Friends, your source of essential oil education and inspiration. I'm going to chat to you about the Power of 3 bonus, which is the easiest way to get US $50 in your doTERRA account every single month. Now, in order to be eligible for commissions in doTERRA, you do need to be a wellness advocate, not a wholesale customer, and you also need to be doing a 100 PV order every single month. Power of 3 is the first bonus we like to encourage people to get because it's a really easy way to get money in your account very quickly. Now, the idea is fairly simple. You need to do a 100-point order, and you need to have 3 people on your front line, so directly below you, who also do 100-point LRP orders. And then between you and your 3 front line, you need to have a total of 600 overall volume. So that could mean you and your 3 people each do 150. It could mean maybe you do 200 and one person does 100, another person does 200 and one person does 100. It could mean that you do 100 points, you have 3 people do 100 points, and then you have like 10 people who all do 50 points on your front line. Doesn't really matter, but those are the 2 criteria that must be met in order to receive this bonus. Now, the cool thing about this is, if you can get your Power of 3, you get a US $50 bonus every month. Every single month you hit that criteria, you're going to get the $50. If you can then teach the 3 people who are doing the 100-point orders on your front line to get their Power of 3, so they have the 3 people on their front line between them, the same deal. If they're getting $50, all 3 of them, you get a $250 bonus. And then so your first row, and then them, and then the next row down, if they're all getting their Power of 3, then you're actually going to get a $1,500 bonus every single month. Now, this is a large chunk of our commissions, and it's something that in Australia traditionally we haven't been taught to build for. Now, I still believe it is important to be creating a balance between what we build for, so building for rank and also building for Power of 3. But I also think that it's a really good way to get some wins on the board for your new shares, and it's a really good way for them to start getting their oils at least halfway paid for, because US $50 is like $60, $70, which for a 100-point order, which might be say around $110, $120, that's well over half their oils paid for. So it's going to be a really big boost to their encouragement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my account and show you what it actually looks like. So here we go. All right, so here you can see my doTERRA dashboard. So the way you can tell if you're getting Power of 3 is this little widget here, which says Power of 3. So to get Power of 3, there's 50, there's 250, and there's the $1,500 bonus. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly swap to this so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So this is what Power of 3 looks like. You do a 100 PV order, LRP. You have 3 people on your front line who also do 100 PV LRP orders, and the total team volume between you and them is 600. You fulfill all the criteria, you get $50 every single month. That duplicates. This person gets 3 people, that person gets 3 people, that person gets 3 people. Each of these 3 people is getting their $50. You're getting $250. Then it duplicates down again. If each of these 3 people is getting their $50, so they've each got 3, 3, 3. So they get $50. That means this person's getting $250, and it means you're getting $1,500. So that's US. That's like $2,000. Times that by 12 months, that's 24 grand potentially that you could be earning just from this one bonus. So it is a significant bonus to be looking at. So let's jump back into my doTERRA widget to show you what I'm talking about. So here you can see that is highlighted because I've received my $50 Power of 3 this month. So you can see here, I've actually had you've got to have 600. So I've actually had over 900 volume between me and my 3 front lines, so well over 600. And I've also got my 3 people doing the 100-point LRP. Now, if you click on full details, it's actually going to bring you up a funky little map. So this actually shows you what my tree looks like. So here you can see that I'm there. I've got my 3 front lines who have all done their orders. And then I've got 2 extra people in my front line as well who haven't done an order this month, so they're not qualified. So you can see I get my $50. Then if you look down here, you can see this person has quite a few on our front line, but only 2 of them are actually qualified. Then moving here, it's the same deal. And then moving here, it's the same deal as well. So the reason they have the little O is she has someone qualified underneath her. She has someone qualified underneath her. She doesn't have anyone underneath her. That's why it's got the little O there. So obviously, if I want to get my next power of 3 bonus, then each of my 3 frontline people here, here, and here need to have 3 people on their front line who are doing those qualified orders. Okay. So that's power of 3. I hope that clears it up. Couple of quick questions. Can the orders be based on enrollment orders? So say you have 2 people who did 100-point LRPs, and then you have a new enrollment who maybe bought a home essentials kit, so that's $250. Will that qualify you? No, it will not. The 3 people have to be on loyalty rewards program. And this is designed to encourage us to put our builders up the top. This is to encourage us to put the people who are going to be ordering regularly, who are going to want to build a business, be doing 100-point orders and earning commissions, up the very top. Now, for those of you who want to know a bit more about it, I really suggest watching Rosie Nerney's video on duplication. That was taken at Leadership Conference in July 2018. Real eye-opener for me, really opened my eyes to the importance of Power of 3 and the importance of teaching duplication to your team. So I get my Power of 3, I teach my team to get their Power of 3, they teach their team to get Power of 3, and it all works its way back. Rosie Nerney's suggestion is when we're building, we should be going for the $50 Power of 3 first, then Elite, then Premier. Then the $250 Power of 3 sets us up for Silver and Gold. We should then be going for our $1,500 Power of 3, then our Platinum, then our Diamond. So, you know, it's something that has definitely been a shift in the way we've been taught to structure in Australia. But given that this is something that they've been teaching in the States, and they have a much higher earnings on average than Australians do, because as I said, we are potentially missing out on 24 grand a year, which is what, when they do their average earnings, they look at they look at that bonus being included, which generally it is in America, but not necessarily in Australia. All right, that's all for me. Hope this video cleared up Power of 3. Hope this makes you guys get excited and want to work towards getting your Power of 3. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. Cheers, guys.